pretty easy to find 125 missiles. It looks like both of them are honing in on that defeat Crocmire and skip high jump boots.
Yeah, no high jump boots today. So let's see what we got. Owl will have to collect a total of 50 super missiles and power bombs. That's what that X and 50 minus X means.
Yeah, he can go over that, though. Like, he could get 30-30.
Yep. Defeat Crocmire and skip high jump boots. All 40 criteria missiles. Collect plasma beam or defeat Ridley, and he'll also have to skip that charge beam. Becky will have to finish in the X-ray scope room, fully explore the wreck ship, collect spring ball without grapple beam. Also, we'll have to skip those high jump boots and defeat Crocmire. And we'll have to pick up 4 energy tanks and 15 plus power bombs.
Yeah, a couple of really interesting tiles here. Collect Spring Ball and Script Grapple Beam. It means that WhiteMageBecky, in order to get to the Spring Ball room, will either have to do an Ice Clip or a Crystal Flash Clip to get up the right-hand side of the pants room. Or maybe even X-Ray Climb. I guess she could do that.
She could X-Ray Climb if she wanted to. I don't think that's what she'll do, but that is an option.
Yeah. I can't remember if Becky can do the Crystal Flash Clip. I remember she was in a race against Sephi one time, and they kept nobody was sure. I think you're right, but there's a reason I'm confused.
It's because they switched stream keys and one of them were playing as each other.
Yes.
One of the if you haven't watched this one, the best randomizer race of the 2017 tournament between WhiteMageBecky and
Cephalov, I think at the time he was called. Of course, now he's known as Antinomy.
Yeah, we still all call him Sephi.
And he has a not repeatable name in SRL.
He's got a lot of names.
Puke butt.
Okay, so what are we going to pair all this stuff with?
Well, for my money, if I have to collect Spring Ball and skip Grapple Beam, I'm already getting Ice Beam. Although row 3 is not on the table for WhiteMageBecky since she has to finish an X-ray scope room.
Oh yeah.
That would be a really, really nice pair to column too, if not for the conflicting finish goals.
Well, at least so 3 reserve tanks is a bit of a pain, so not having to do that.
Yeah.
I'm starting to look at that bottom left to top right diagonal. Botwoon are probably a little bit out of the way. Either one of those reserve tanks.
Botwoon's fine.
Just a little, not a lot. 5 plus energy tanks is pretty easy. Criteria super missile is a little bit out of the way, but you'll have to backtrack with speed booster. That's not too bad.
Yeah, I suppose since she has to go back to X-ray room, she can just she'll probably want to get speed booster anyway. She can just pop up the elevator from the Green Hill Zone, get the super missiles, and go back down the X-ray scope room. So Becky is a little bit ahead, grabbing that morph ball here. Oh boy! So collect Plasma Beam or defeat Ridley. CanadianOwl has to decide between those two, and Ridley. Already, I think I don't want to fight Ridley since I don't have Charge Beam. But
although he could pick up 30 super missiles since he has to pick up a total of 50 supers plus power bombs.
Oh yeah, that's a fantastic point. So Ridley's still pretty far out of the way, but he can head over to Lower North here from Crocmire, so maybe not too bad.
Yeah,
it means he'll probably either have to do, and he's skipping Charge Beam. So skipping Charge Beam removes one of the faster possibilities for getting through Worst Room in the game, since he won't be able to freeze the pirates. He's pretty much forced to either...
Pretty much IBJ.
Yeah, IBJ, because if he's not going to get Space Jump, because then he would just do Plasma instead.
Exactly.
There are a good number of Power Bomb packs on Lower Norfair as well, and that will help him with his 50 super item collection.
On the other hand, if he were to choose to do column 5 and pick up the Plasma Beam, says defeating Ridley, that's already on that column. You can pick up Ice Beam. The 15 Brinstar Super Missiles is not too bad, and either one of those reserve tanks is not too bad to pick up. So, if I'm Owl, I might go column 5.
Definitely the Norfair reserve tank is pretty free. Wreck Ship reserve tank, unless he, wants to go new route style and go into Wreck Ship early.
Well, he's not getting that Wreck Ship reserve tank if he goes there early. The Norfair reserve tank.
Exactly. The Norfair reserve tank is basically next to Speed Booster anyway.
You wouldn't be able to do the wall jump, but you can IBJ to there. You can do a D boost to get up there. There are a few different ways to get up there. You can use the ice beam to get up there. So
Yeah. Since if he's going to be collecting that for column 5, excuse me. 10 plus power bombs is free. Gold Teresa is pretty far out of the way, so I don't really want to do that.
no. I'm definitely one of those that I want to choose between. I try to avoid wreck ship. That's really hard to avoid. But once I have to do wreck ship, I want to make sure I'm either doing one of Meridia or Lower Norfair. I do not want to do both.
Hmm.
And that's kind of when you have that collect plasma beam or defeat Ridley. That's kind of what you're deciding on. Am I going to do stuff in Lower Norfair or am I going to do stuff in Meridia? And let's not forget, Owl will have to do all of wreck ship essentially because those 40 criteria missiles, 2 of them, you have to go through the wreck ship just to get to.
Yep. He also has to go through Gauntlet, which it'll be a little bit faster if he comes back with power bombs, but it's also going to
gravity suit. If he comes back after he picks up that gravity suit,
yeah, that's true.
Power bombs, it's not too bad.
Yeah, we don't have any map stations or energy refill stations or anything like that on the board. Those are some of the ones you might see runners pick up early, just in case, because they haven't quite figured out what they want to do. But I don't really see anything. Don't really see anything like that on this map. It's just going to be, let me get this just in case,
Yep. And I actually think this is the first time I've seen that collect X super missiles and 50 minus X power bombs. I knew it existed as a square.
Oh, Becky, unfortunately, taking damage isn't guaranteed. And so
Jeez.
those little googly eye frogs are guaranteed to drop missiles if you have full health. Unfortunately, Becky took a hit before the drop appeared, so they kept drawing small health on her. Yeah, and the only way to reset the room is to go back up the elevator. So this is going to give CanadianOwl a couple room advantage here early on.
Yeah, it's really trolly because every one of those rooms needs missiles to get into. So you can't just reset the room by going through a door transition. You have to do the elevator.
Unless you can do a Task Moon dance.
Yeah, well,
in that case,
I've seen Zenny try to do that in this room, and I've not seen that succeed. So
apparently, Zenny has done it, and there's a video out there. But
it would not surprise me.
All right, so CanadianOwl grabbed the wreck ship, or wow,
really super.
He grabbed the reserve tank, yeah.
Maybe
and
it's
this is
either that 3 reserve tank. That oof.
It could be, or it could just be safety Fantoon early on.
Yeah, I mean, if he's gonna go straight to Fantoon, having an extra reserve tank full up is not a bad idea. I have seen CanadianOwl do the what is it, the 100% GT Classic, where you pick up all the minor items except 3 at the beginning. So in order to do that, you actually, the route is that most people take is, I believe, go up to wreck ship with 1 missile pack, 1 power bomb pack, and 1 super pack, and defeat Fantoon with no E-tanks and just the regular suit. So this would be a luxury for him to have 1 tank in a reserve.
Well, we'll see if CanadianOwl goes up or down. I do not think he's going for 3+ reserve tanks, simply because if he wants to go for an intersecting row with that, it means 125 missiles.
Aside from that,
yeah, aside from, as you pointed out right when we saw the card, that's a pretty long amount of time. He also has been skipping missile packs, so I don't think he's going for it.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I mean, if you're going to go for the 125 missiles, maybe you should pick up some missile packs.
Yeah, like the 2 in the room with the reserve tank and the 1 in the... plenty of missiles that he could have picked up if that's where he were going.
If nothing else, he is going to get some early power bombs. And we'll see if he continues on to the wreck ship.
And Becky also gaining some time back here, already past the Ninja Turtles, and she'll be grabbing power bombs. So she skipped that reserve tank. She must be feeling confident in her early Fantoon fight. I think CanadianOwl also grabs Beta Peeps here, unless he completely has mapped out which super missiles and power bombs he wants to pick up.
Yeah, I think pick him up now.
Yeah, I mean, I think 35-15 is pretty good count to go for, and if he's not planning on going in the lower north here, there. All right, well, let's see. You've got Retro Brinstar Power Bomb, since he has to go. No, that's Billy. All right, so one of my least favorite things about bingo is I always get criteria and Brinstar mixed up. Yeah. Especially, since you go into Brinstar to get Morph Ball. Come on. Confusing. So we do have a safety save from Becky here, and CanadianOwl has foregone such a safety save.
We'll see if he goes and saves the ship. For him, that makes a little more sense because he has that reserve tank that's right now completely empty. Becky having not picked up the reserve tank.
So he's opening the door, and it looks like you're right. He's going to refill and save at the ship here. And also, he's going to open all the doors that he can before refilling, so that he'll get to interact ship with maximum ammo. More for key hunters in the attic, I think, than Fantoon. But although he does still have 4... He still wants to use 4 super missiles here. 2 green doors, a Ghidorah, and 1 to finish off Fantoon. And Becky is... I guess doesn't have Moonwalk here. She's doing a morph turnaround to set up a continuous wall jump.
I don't believe Becky uses Moonwalk. Misses the IBJ.
Yeah, you can tell by the way she's... yeah. You can tell by the way she's setting up the continuous wall jump. She's doing the morph turnaround.
Well, oh, that looked good, but not quite.
Okay, so what is your preference? CWJ 100% for me.
Oh,
Becky
I can't. I've never done the HBJ. Most of the time when I'm trying to do this, I'm doing it in a randomizer situation. I usually don't even have bombs as the backup, so...
So you're probably adept at the spring ball jump. Nice CWJ from CanadianOwl. Just a notion of separating these 2 runners. No, you don't do the spring ball jump?
I don't, nope. Just do the CWJ. I mean, I'm not great at it, but I can usually get it within a minute. I mean, that's not terrible.
There is a missile pack down here that Owl could get, but it will be faster to get once he grabs gravity. The spring ball jump is neat, I guess, but the fact is, if you can CWJ, then there's really no need to learn anything else.
Yeah, because, I mean, certainly in vanilla, you're never going to have spring ball when you come over here, so...
Yeah, I mean, even in a randomizer, you can't get into that room and not have equipment to CWJ, basically.
Right. Well, you don't need any special equipment to CWJ. That's why it's nice.
So Becky does have to fully explore Wrecked Ship here. That's why she enters the map station before going to fight Fantoon. Good on her to remember. Did she get the shaft missiles?
Yes, she did.
Okay. Pick up the missiles or not. She just needs the tiles.
Yeah, I think she did. I'm not sure if she picked them up or not, but she definitely went to the tile.
Okay.
Okay, we got dueling Fantoon fights. Dueling very dangerous Fantoon fights, I might add.
Yeah, so RNG could play a factor here, of course. We already have a mid pattern from Becky. And we'll see what Al gets. Not a fast. And mid pattern as well. Maybe RNG won't play a factor. So Fantoon is going to require 19 missiles and 1 super missile.
Yeah, Becky, unfortunately, firing 3 shots at a time on that first round, was not able to get the Doppler.
One of the subtle difficulties of skipping charge beam is actually the Fantoon fight. So there are some, easier strats. You can use charge beam to pseudo screw through the flames throughout the fight, but especially if you enrage him with a super missile before he's dead. And CanadianOwl is not going to have that luxury. Becky, on the other hand, grabbed charge beam, so... Oh, she's down to 8 energy. Fortunately, she's low enough that she'll get drops. She'll want to spawn a few drops before picking them up. And Al, remember, refilled at the ship, has full reserves, but is not going to need them against Fantoon. And look at that sink.
Both done. Nicely done. WhiteMageBecky typing in chat. exactly how
Oops.
she feels about that. Okay, so the next thing for Becky, I wonder. I know what I would do. Would you go to the wreck ship E-tank now, or would you wait till after you get gravity suit?
I would go save, and then get the E-tank.
Yes, absolutely.
I would get the E-tank.
Okay, I personally would go get the gravity suit first. You save time in terms of moving around. You don't have high jump boots. You don't have a good way of getting up there. You'd have to do the bomb strats to get over that
Yeah,
little
I guess
sponge
that's
math
a good
area.
point. If you're not comfortable with the sponge bomb, then I could see going to get gravity first. Look at it, she got pushed around by the little robot frog there. So
Now, Owl, I
she
suspect,
is
won't even control
required
it.
to walk into the save room because she has to fully explore wreck ship.
Yeah, so she might as well save while she's doing it.
And she may as well do it before Spiky Death Room with no suits and only one E-tank. This is a one-hit KO if she K goes through a platform. No matter, even at full health, it's a one-hit KO.
Okay, she's skipping the room. Gonna hit the save room. Now, Owl doesn't have to go to that room. I doubt he will.
Yeah, I suppose Al picked up both super missile packs. I guess he's got 11.
Yeah, he's got
so,
11. He must
yeah.
have.
And it looks like Becky is going to take your advice and get the gravity suit first.
Just everything's so much faster afterwards.
Yeah, it's the tough thing actually is that getting the tiles in the bottom of the E-tank room.
Yeah, so you do have to hit those spikes.
They don't hurt too much, but if you jump a little too high and jump into a fish, that's when you get into trouble. All right, so CanadianOwl is required to pick up the cliff top missile pack here. Let's see what strat he likes to employ. He's item swapping already. It makes me think he's going to use a power bomb to break open the wall when he gets close to the top. Taking a page out of my book.
And gets the missiles.
I'm not saying no one else has ever done that. I'm just saying I did it once.
Becky, meanwhile, did check out the worker robot room.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't realize you could just mock ball underneath that key hunter.
Nice.
What do you call it, Tracy?
Oh, which one? Oh, the worker robot? Yeah, the most annoying room in the game. As opposed to the worst room in the game. Because it's just annoying.
Yeah, is Becky checking the item to see if it's a reserve tank?
Yeah.
Oh, she has 6.
Yeah, she's checking the item. Unfortunately, she forgot to lay the power bomb to confirm that it is indeed a reserve tank.
Oh boy. I think the tile that the power bomb gosh dang it. The tile that the reserve tank itself is on, she can just wall jump up there, but she'll save herself a power bomb. Oh no, yeah, because she still have to wall jump up.
Yeah, she has to wall jump up a little bit. Wow, making very close on those spikes. They do 60 damage on you when you don't have any suits on. So
yeah, and Becky unfortunately is gonna have to get through here with 2 hits unless she goes back to farm.
I think it looks like she's gonna go farm.
Yeah, just gonna cost her a couple door transitions, unfortunately.
But now she's gonna be safe.
Yeah, this is one room where you're happy not to have high jump boots.
Yeah, the high jump boots will make you bonk that ceiling, so you don't get quite as much horizontal distance when you jump.
Alright, Becky manages to 2-hit anyway. And sigh of relief from CanadianOwl as he picks up that gravity suit.
And now he'll get the missile here.
Yeah, I guess he just has to get Gauntlet and Billy Mays and the 230 missiles.
Not Billy Mays. He needs to get the,
we talked about this.
Old Mother Brain. I know, right? Yeah, Old Mother Brain is considered criteria.
Well, so he can work his way down to fulfill that power bomb requirement, I guess, if he goes down there. But yeah. Oh, nice mock ball across the moat. He will have to do gauntlet, though. I'm pretty sure of that.
Yes, he does absolutely have to do gauntlet.
Oh, you didn't pick up that health to save our ears, Al?
Nope.
I
Knowing
wonder
him, he
if
skipped
Becky
it on purpose.
meant to pick up that missile pack. Skipped it. That little conveyor belt is fun in Dashless.
Okay. She's done. She just has to go get that E-Tank room. I suspect she'll pick up the E-Tank while she's at it.
Yeah, I think so. Especially if she's going for that diagonal that you like so much. She'll need 5 E-Tank.
Okay, looks like Owl's going to go for this power bomb pack. I'm not sure I would go for this power bomb pack. Especially without speed booster or space jump to make getting up here easy. But it's right here, so he's going to pick it up.
Yeah, the IBJs are going to cost a little bit of time. I don't know.
But I figured he could get the other 3 power bomb packs in Brinstar, get the other 2 super missile packs in Brinstar, and then there's like 3 in Meridia he could pick up if he wanted to. That would 3 super missile packs in Meridia.
Oh yeah.
Which would get him pretty close. Actually, I think that would get him to 50.
So if you guys are just joining us, welcome to Super Metroid Double Anti-Bingo Tournament. The only reason I know that is because it's at the title at the top. But this is a special category of Super Metroid where 2 runners compete against each other. You see in the bottom center of the stream, there's a bingo card, 5 rows, 5 columns. So it is anti-bingo because your opponent chooses a row, column, or diagonal that you have to complete. And it's double because you have to pick one yourself to complement it. Can be intersecting, doesn't have to be. So CanadianOwl has chosen column 2 for WhiteMageBecky. So WhiteMageBecky must complete column 2 as well as a set of 5 of her choosing. And WhiteMageBecky has likewise picked row 4 for CanadianOwl to do.
Yeah, the one exception is they cannot do a column, row, or diagonal that has anything that contradicts their given column, row, or diagonal. So in particular, Becky has finished in the X-ray scope room, so she cannot do anything that involves column 1 or row 3 because that has a finish near a beam. You can't finish in 2 rooms at once. At least I can't.
I wonder if you could. Like, you could graphically be in one room and out of bounds and actually be in another room with that.
Yeah, if we allow it out of bounds. Yeah.
So one of the most confusing tile on the board here is the first one in row 4. Collect X super missiles and 50 minus X power bombs. This just means that CanadianOwl, the total between his power bombs and super missiles must be at least 50. So he could have 25 supers, 25 power bombs. He could have 50 supers and 50 power bombs. He can exceed it if he wants. Just they have to add up to at least 50.
And Owl successfully getting through Gauntlet and getting both missile packs and not having to go through again. That would be quite the time loss.
Isn't there a term for that? Named after the godfather of the Super Metroid community.
Yeah, I don't know that term. Somebody who obviously messed it up at some point, usually. That's usually how you get things named. Either you're really good at it and you're behemoth, or for everybody else, you need to mess something up.
Alright, so CanadianOwl grabs the 230 missiles. So named because in a 100% run, it would be the 230th missile you pick up. I guess that's a good point. You got the Nutella has a refill station named after him because he forgot it was there. We have Goop Spark. We have Kojak. Yeah, I'm referring to Strambulance. Stravaris. Apparently, famously, missed one of those missile packs. And there was an emote. I think it was on Frankerface Z for a bit. I don't know if it still is, but it's just Stravaris' head with a siren doogly on top of it.
Okay, Becky, don't pick up those high jump boots.
Yeah, the Leodoc's room, which was named after Leo. The funny thing is, when people fall in the Leodox room, it isn't usually in the spot that got that room named after.
Okay, Becky successfully not picking up her high jump boots.
Apparently, a real cutie enlightens us. Stravaris got the fall down both sets of crumble blocks and just didn't pick up one of the missile packs.
Okay, that's rough.
All right, so we have 30 total super items for CanadianOwl here. I think, or did
I think
did he have 20 supers? Okay, he definitely has 20 power bombs. Maybe he used regular missiles on the side hoppers. He definitely has 20 power bombs.
he's gonna get one right here.
Yeah, so that'll be 2020, I think. Well, that is an interesting setup. I never saw
Yeah,
that
he-
before.
Definitely has 20 power bombs because he picked up the first two, the alpha and beta, the criteria ones, and just picked up the blue burn star ones. This will give him 20 super missiles. He can pick up another power bomb pack right here very easily in the so-called Mission Impossible power bombs.
That might be too time consuming. So WhiteMageBecky, we see going for the Norfair reserve tank. So that is the top right tile she's about to pick up here. And so
Yeah, that leads me to believe that maybe she is going to go ahead and do that diagonal.
Gold Teresa might not be too bad, but she hasn't killed Spore Spawn, so I don't think she's going for row 1. You're probably right about the diagonal. It basically just means she'll have to go a little bit out of her way to grab the criteria super missiles before going and finishing an X-ray scope room, which without grapple beam, she's got some options, but yeah.
Yeah, if she didn't have to skip those high jump boots, it wouldn't be so bad because you can actually make that jump with speed booster and high jump. But unfortunately, she'll have to rely either on the deboost strats or do some combination of ice beam or IBJ to get up there.
CanadianOwl is heading to the Edicoons area. I really like this because he has a super missile pack and a power bomb pack and also an energy tank should he be going for that center tile. And I'm not really good at math, but there's basically like a 1 in 4 chance because it's on 4 rows or something. I'm just kidding.
What?
It's really intersecting, okay?
What if more chance of what?
That's him going for 5+ energy tanks.
Oh, okay. Well,
actually, he's only 1 energy tank away from that bottom tile in column 2. So
okay, that finishes up that X super missiles and X 50-X power bombs.
Yeah, 25-25. Balthazar thinks that he might be going for the other diagonal, top left to bottom right. So already has 15 Bryn stars. Has to.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a terrible one.
He's 2 energy tanks away. One's right after Botwoon. So if he's going for plasma, that's a free energy tank there.
I kind of like the column 5 better because you don't have to choose between ice and speed. You can just pick them both up. But yeah, I mean, either one is probably pretty good for him. Okay, Becky's going to do her Crockmire fight. This will fulfill her defeat Crockmire and skip high jump boots.
Yeah, she also has to skip grapple beam, so there isn't really much else she wants to get here unless she wants that energy tank, which she probably will for the center tile. Yeah,
you might as well get the energy tank.
It's 1 in 4 chance, right?
Yeah, with that gravity suit, this is very easy to do.
Yeah, Tracy, Tracy, I want you to tell me what rows to go for when I play Dad. Because
I can't do that. Well, or actually, you know, if I'm commentating, you can just listen to me talk about it and maybe be wrong.
But you point out that row 5 or column 5, sorry, that's really good. Norfair reserve tank is great since if he's gonna collect plasma beam, he's gonna get speed booster so that he can. Well, he could get ice beam as well. He can get ice beam to get through Botwoon pre-room.
Yep.
And he's not too far from getting the Norfair reserve tank, but he is actually going straight into Meridia, so that's... Oh, no, he's not. He's opening the tube. Right.
Yeah, he'll come back.
Oh, you silly new route runners. And knowing what you're doing. Here's a power bomb pack for WhiteMageBecky.
Yeah, see, I can look at the cards and decide what I should do and what better runners should do. I just don't have the movement to win.
It's also... There's something to be said about how difficult it is to pick a row while trying to play the game.
Oh no, you're absolutely right about that. It's a lot easier to sit back and commentate and say, "Oh, I think I would do this," than it is to actually think about what you're going to do while you're trying to do it. And I've said it before. That's why, as much as I hate Sears Station, that's why Sears Station is invaluable in this category, because you need that early time to kind of figure out what you're doing. And I'm slowing up a Series Station. I get an extra 3 or 4 seconds on it.
So chat is also calling out column 1. He's already got Ice Beam, so he's fulfilled column 1, row 1. And if he's collecting Plasma Beam, he can just finish in Plasma Beam room.
He could do that.
And he has to defeat Bottoon on the way. Wow, that column 1 is brilliant. I think that's a winner there. Really nice Ice Escape as well. And WhiteMageBecky is getting the Croc Escape missiles here. Guess she deemed this was the fastest way to escape that Crocomire area, since she had the requirement to kill him. CanadianOwl will also have to fight Crocomire. Nice double bomb jumps. So I guess confident enough to do them in short bursts, but we didn't see him do that to get to the criteria power bombs, so maybe he feels good enough about his double bomb jump strats for a smaller jump such as the pre-cathedral room.
And Becky doing the mock ball, even though I'm pretty certain she picked up that speed booster to go over and get ice. Or did I miss her not picking up the speed booster?
She got the reserve tank. She might not have.
She got the reserve tank. Well, she's
gone for top left.
Yeah, P-Toil, you want to... Our tracker, P-Toil, shout-outs to him. You want to confirm whether she got the speed booster or not?
Well, he had that tile highlighted already in the top left, which he has to unhighlight now because she picked up Ice Beam.
Okay.
But,
but she had it just speed. Good call.
Yeah.
Now she's got both, and now it gets unhighlighted.
Thank you, P-Toil. Oh, Ice Escape from Becky as well. Very nice. Oh, there's the speed booster.
Okay, Owl picking up that Norfair reserve tank as well. So he's essentially just got to he's got to go kill Croc. He hasn't done that yet. And then he has to go pick up that Plasma Beam.
Yeah, killing Bottoon and ending in the Plasma Beam on the room. Way. Clicking.
True, he
knows what he's doing.
Okay, let's see what Becky's going to do. Becky now in Meridia.
Oh, close.
That was a nice idea. I've never seen anyone pull that off. I would have liked to have seen that work.
Yeah, I've seen a similar strat in Red Tower.
Yep.
Getting a Shine Spark on the new bridge, but then, breaking a block is faster than opening a door, so the timing definitely a bit tighter on what Becky was trying to pull off.
She's trying to get crab supers. Is there any reason for her to pick these up other than extra ammo for Botwoon?
If she wants to collect super...
It's probably just extra ammo for Botwoon, a little less farming to get up there.
It could be. But if that's the case... I mean,
Derp suggesting your favorite, the
Oh.
Crystal Flash clip for the Spring Ball.
It could be.
Yeah, there's a lot more that she's got to do, unfortunately. Owl's getting pretty close to the end. Becky's got to not only collect that Spring Ball, and then she has to get all the way back up to X-Ray.
I don't think she has the power bombs for a Crystal Flash clip. She can pick one up in right Sandpit, but I think that would only be her second one. If she is going to go for a Crystal Flash clip, she'll have a really nice opportunity to farm power bombs off of pipe police and go into the joke room to farm up her super missiles.
Okay, I think she was just getting those super packs for Botwoon because that looks like where she's headed now.
Yeah, well, certainly she won't be doing a crystal flash clip in this room. She'll be doing it to get in the spring ball.
Okay.
You gonna do ice shields? Yeah.
Nice. You don't see that here very often.
Well, maybe she's just trying to get her health down for, you guessed it, crystal flash. So Al is grabbing grapple beam. You know what? If I don't have high jump boots, I find the reverse gate glitch a lot easier than making the jump in the pantry.
Really? I don't find it that bad. The reverse gate glitch isn't that bad either, though. I mean, they're both pretty. I mean, they're both things that I can do pretty decently.
That's
the green gate glitch, though. Yeah, the green gate glitch, though, is one of those things that just every once in a while it just goes away.
Becky grabs her 5th energy tank and picks up that center tile. And, of course, she defeated Botwoon. So, yeah, just collecting that spring ball is going to be the most time-consuming thing she has left. I guess it always was, but...
Yeah. Although I fully expect that she'll be able to do it without too much trouble.
Yeah, and she hasn't farmed Power Bomb, so it looks like it's going to be an ice clip. Oh, Al didn't have speed boost. He went to the back door.
Oh, that would make it. I mean, you can IBJ up there, but yeah, I don't think that's what I would do. Yeah, definitely if the choice is IBJ or gate glitch, I definitely go gate glitch.
Interesting. Maybe I should be doing that in Dashless Hundo then.
Oh, the gate glitch or the IBJ?
The gate glitch.
Oh, there you go.
It's more door transitions though. All right, so Becky's gonna have to freeze this goopily doopily. Basically, when it's got that, right? Okay, that's a little.
No, I don't think she's got it
yet.
A
little late, yeah. So it needs to look like a toilet handle. Oh, so that's not the correct.
No, it needs to be a little squatter. No, it needs to be up in the air, but instead of being long, it needs to be closer together. I won't use the description that Fuzda gave to me when he taught me how to do it during a randomizer practice race, or not a race.
I'm going to use my imagination, but also say that it looks like there a toilet. It is. You know, she's got it.
All right, and now she just has to wait for Shack Tool. Meanwhile,
I am going to ask you about that one.
You can ask me offline. And Derp with a very interesting description in chat. An eggplant. Okay, I could buy that.
I still say toilet handle, but eggplant works.
Okay, and Becky has successfully waited out Shack Tool. So the question is, can Becky get herself to the Criteria Supers and then back to X-Ray before Owl defeats Dragon and gets to Plasma?
Yeah, Owl only has a few rooms left to go here, but 2 bosses. Wait, he's got Grapple Beam for Dragon, though.
Which do you think would be faster for him? Grapple? Well, he didn't pick up speed, so he will just use Grapple, I suspect.
Yeah, probably why he picked up Grapple.
He's going to do a triple bingo here, because he just defeated Botwoon. And he's going to finish a Plasma Beam, which is going to complete 3 squares at once.
He's not getting a third row, is he?
He's getting column 1 because he's got all but the finish near, which he will finish at plasma.
When you said
And
triple bingo.
he's gonna pick a plasma beam, which is gonna cover the square he needs to do in the square in column.
Oh, on the row 5 or column 5 and column 1, and that's pretty funny.
I'm not sure which one he was actually going for. Maybe he purposely said, "Let's just do both."
That's funny. I guess the Norfair reserve tank was slightly out of the way in that case, but
Yeah, I mean,
oh well.
I think I would have picked up the. Well,
Yeah, Becky still has to grab those criteria super missiles and then go all the way back to X-ray room.
yeah, so
And CanadianOwl plowing through
I-
the precious
I-
room here.
I wouldn't put it past Becky to be able to do this quick enough, but wow, that's a long ways to go. Where and
She's not getting the climb
Where-
supers.
Is this is not the faster way to get to those criteria supers. So maybe she's doing something different. I don't know.
She just wants to show off this trick again.
Like, I don't feel like this is the faster way to go there. I feel like the faster way to go would be go back through Green Hills. And kind of the reverse, what we call the meme route for randomizer.
Yeah, maybe she just wants to visit the fish. Hi, fish.
Bye, fish.
Oh, he still has to go to plasma beam. That's right.
Yep.
Base jump is over here.
And
Not
he picks
plasma.
a space jump, especially without high jump boots. Picking up that space jump will make getting to plasma beam that much easier.
That's actually kind of interesting. So it costs him 2 door transitions. Like, he can camp by the door, and I guess it's fine.
Yeah, but I mean, he'd have to do a gravity jump out because he doesn't have speed or high jump. So
Well, I mean,
it's
space
probably-
jump already just helps here in Coliseums. All right.
Yeah.
I mean, he could have just. He doesn't have speed booster. He can't set up a whatcha-jigger suit.
Spark suit, spike suit, whatever. Okay, Becky's gonna fall down here. Shine spark back up. She needs to hurry up though. Because Owl's almost at that plasma beam.
This is gonna be really close, but I'm pretty sure
no.
Al has it.
I think so. It's just too much ground for Becky to cover.
Yeah, unfortunately, doesn't have enough ammo to kill the bubblegum, but she can freeze him. Change him to blueberry flavored bubblegum.
And Owl's almost the plasma beam.
Yikes.
And Owl's in the plasma room now.
I
Just
do
needs
have
to
to
grab
give
it.
credit to Becky. Normally you'd use a power bomb there, but she needs that power bomb to get through Blue Brinstar.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Meanwhile, CanadianOwl has just finished up with an official SRL time of 43 minutes and 30 seconds. Congratulations, GG, to both of our runners.
And Becky won't be far behind. Because all she has to do is get back to that X-ray scope room.
We're going to see some awesome spring ball strat here. Ready? Watch WhiteMageBecky. Nice blue ball here.
Nice.
Well, she
I know
didn't,
that was spring ball so much, but that was still pretty nice.
she didn't do the spring ball way. Although, now that I think about it, I don't know if you can spring ball jump in. I know if you're in blue suit and you're in midair as a ball, you won't actually kill stuff. But I think if you're
now
like
this-
actually,
This is interesting though. Becky's energy for this X-ray room is pretty darn low. I wonder if she's going to go refill.
she
Nope.
doesn't need it. She gets the damage boost.
I mean, with gravity, it's not so bad, since this is the full-on gravity suit, not the randomizer version.
Too bad she doesn't have high jump.
Yeah, high jump plus speed booster, and you can just jump up there, run and jump. Yeah, Owl for sure got. There's some discussion of whether Becky got the beta peeps. I'm not sure. Not sure if she did or not. We know Owl did for sure. Yeah, let's see if she can get through this.
So we're looking at 15 damage per hit, so she should have this. She could springball jump up there, actually.
Oh, and
That's
Owl
fine.
already
Getting
joining
a
us.
nice rhythm here.
Hello.
Welcome, Al. Congratulations
Owl.
on your victory tonight.
Thank you.
You did not mess up my brackets because I actually had Maniacal winning this race.
Oops. And Becky is done with an official SRL time of 46:10. Very nicely done.
Congratulations. Pretty close. Less than 3 minutes apart.
Yep.
So, what was your thought process on what you gave Becky? It just looks like just the fact that I think maybe the fact that she had to go all the way to Springball, all the way back to X-ray was the killer part of that row or column.
And also not having high jump.
Yeah, always sucks to not have high jump. Okay,
Yeah.
so I gotta ask you. You did a triple bingo. Which column were you actually going for? Column 1 or 5, or did you just say screw it? I'll just get both.
I was going for 5, but then I heard that I was already on pace for 1, but I was already going to the Norfair Reserve.
Nice.
And I was going to go to speed, but I missed the wall jump, so I just decided to get grappled instead.
Oh God. Okay. It's pretty funny. So let's see. I'm gonna guess. Looks like Becky's. Oh. Well, that's interesting.
Yeah, apparently she meant row 5. Wow, I even messed it
row
up.
4. Apparently, she wanted to do give you row 5 and end up giving you row 4 by accident. That's interesting. Yeah, that 125 missiles. I was surprised that neither one of you guys forced the other to do those 125 missiles. That's just so much pickup.
Yeah, I don't really see that as a not quite as a deadly option as it probably is, because there's missiles all along the way that you get.
Yeah, it's mostly a cost of time and item fanfares more than anything.
Yeah, and there is a little bit of a routing aspect when you get to that number. I don't know if Owl. I think you've watched Zenny do his 100 missile RTA recently, and it's like you see that route, and then it's like, okay, now where are the other 5 missile packs? You know.
Yeah, that's true.
And pairing that up might have been tricky as well. So
Yeah.
but yeah, so let's see. Who are you facing next?
I think Sloters.
Oh boy. Yeah, I believe that's correct. Yeah, how do you feel about that one?
Hopefully I win. Or
Well, of course. We always hope we win, but yeah, it's going to be a tough one though.
Yeah.
But, this is Dab. Anything can happen. Certainly showed yourself very well today.
Yeah.
And I had this before. Becky has to wait on, I believe, a couple of losers bracket matches. I believe she has to wait for the winner of Messer versus P-Toil. P-Toil doing a very nice job with our tracking today. Shout outs to P-Toil.
Thanks, Toil.
And yeah, so that's and if you're not already, let's go ahead and put that runner tag. If you're not already following these guys, make sure you do. Yeah, Link saying, yeah, going for the intel on the next matchup. uh, and let's see what's coming up next. We do have a few matches scheduled, and there's always additional matches being scheduled. Coming up tomorrow, we've got a couple matches. One at 6:30, we have Cerberov versus Blue Plasma Spark. And at 7 o'clock, we have Easy Danger versus Paper Tiger. On Thursday at 9 o'clock, a match that I'm looking forward to watching the VOD on because I won't be home for it is Asher versus Toasty. Those two
Ooh.
have matched up quite a bit recently, and it should be interesting to see what happens. And then on Saturday at noon, we have J Chalk versus Theta. So lots coming up, lots more to be scheduled. So keep an eye out on that schedule.
Yeah, and looks like this is the last stream on the Speed Gaming Network until tomorrow, until noon tomorrow. Got some Luigi's Mansion tomorrow afternoon for you. Of course, link to the past daily races here on the Speed Gaming Network. So make sure you follow all the Speed Gaming channels. And while you're clicking those follow buttons, head over to the runners pages and follow them as well. Especially follow them.
All right. Do either of you guys have anything else to add before we call it a night?
Nope.
No.
Owl? All right then. So yeah, thank you to everybody for watching. Thank you to Cross Product for joining me, and to Owl and Becky for putting on a good show.
And thank you.
And thank you to the Speed Gaming Networks and Mr. Broadstone for setting us all up, and to the organizers. And as always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, wherever you may be.
Bye.
Good night.